Okay, let's get down to business, shall we? I did mention in last week's video, but this week's video is about me just testing out some new materials, giving you a little bit of feedback on them, seeing what works really. I think this is a really interesting idea because quite often I see artists' work like on Instagram or Pinterest or, I don't know, Google, what have you. And a lot of artists are so committed and so tethered, I say tethered like it's a bad thing, it's not, to a specific medium or mediums, like a particular style. And in the past, I've seen no value in that for me. Although I take great pleasure and much inspiration from the way other artists use that medium, and I take little bits of kind of inspiration from them and the ideas that they've cultivated over many years. So the skill and the craft to kind of deal with, I don't know, soft pastels and acrylics or inks, all these kind of little things. It takes quite a long time to galvanize your visual language out of any single material. My need to experiment is founded my entire process. Every medium will have its own style, its own way of being applied and used, traditionally and non-traditionally. Equally, if you then start to combine other mediums with that medium, something else happens. So there's like 1,000,001 possibilities with any single tool that I use. Everything from a sketchbook all the way to a pot of paint or charcoal. And combining all these different materials and recognizing their potential with other bits, it's just, I just find it a really interesting and like profound experience for me. Likewise, it keeps me engaged. I don't know about you, but I get bored easily. I get so bored so quickly. I don't know why that is. I flip between one idea to another, or I flip between one medium to another, but the same idea, and vice versa. It's all just very much, I need to be kept engaged. I need to really feel the potential for discovery. Even if the idea is bad or the results are not as I had imagined, it's irrelevant. I don't feel confined anymore. I used to feel very precious, have a really high standard, a really specific intention of how I'm going to use a medium, or I'm going to use a tool, or I'm going to use a bit of paper or a sketchbook. And for some reason, I don't have that anymore. I can't really tell you when that happened or why. I think I just thought, well, I'm starting something new. So rather than procrastinating or overthinking everything all the time, I'm just going to play like a child. And I love that. I don't ever feel coming into the studio the need to procrastinate. I listen to myself a lot more than I used to. So when I say that, I mean, if I'm not feeling it that day, I give myself a break. I understand this isn't my sole focus or my sense of income or anything at the moment. That is the dream, guys, obviously. But I don't push that either. I could be making work and making prints out of them tomorrow. I could be selling some of the originals on, I don't know, a website or Etsy. I'm not at that point yet where I feel, yes, I might do in a week, in a month, in a year. But I'm giving myself permission to just deal with the process and figure out what it is I want to say and how. And that really does start with what mediums I use. So I look at an idea where I'm kind of being inspired, and I'm me and my trusted A5 in hand. I will quite often go out into the landscape, or I don't know, go shopping, or anything I'm doing, and I'm constantly on the hunt. But the point to this is all, you know, a medium has to be applied, a tool has to be used. Materials need to be manipulated, and they all come together in this uniformity to create the single goal of what it is I'm trying to say. And I think that's great. It's so important to just stay true to what you want to do. I do understand though, I don't want to be like all preachy. I do understand that, you know, if your work is tethered to your income and everything else, I get it. But there's no reason why you can't have a dirty little secret, you know? Dirty little secret, maybe, just a little one. Or even a little one, you know? Keep in your back pocket. Experiment. There's nothing stopping you doing that. There really isn't. You don't, it's not like you're cheating on your practice or your style that you're renowned for. None of that. Don't let it in. It's staying outside. You're not invited to the pie. So, there we go. Good morning. That's probably a bit creepy actually, I'm sorry. Studio day. Sorry, creepy again. Studio day today. Very happy about that. Very behind on everything, but it's okay. What I want to do just now is I want to just do a little review on the art graphs. They are beautiful, absolutely lovely. They are what's called pigment blocks. So imagine a soft pastel and ink had a baby, and that baby was hard as nails. I swatched them a while ago in my little A5 that's now finished. Where is it? Bit of a swatcheroonie. If I have the footage, I'll plop it now. If I don't, you've just seen me do this for no reason. I've used them a couple of times. I haven't really spoken about them very much, and it's because I need to just get used to them. I've changed too much about my process all at once, and what's happening is I'm not feeling it. I bought this under the predication that it was watercolour paper, which is 200, I think it's 200 GSM. This is not. This is just the average Bakshi, which is 165 GSM. No sunshine. Absolutely not. This is just not good enough. For me anyway. It's probably great for other people. This is like for dry stuff. I'm talking, you need to just work in HB pencil and you might be all right. Yes, you'll get pressure mark on 18 pages thereafter, but you won't get leakage. So I realised that these little cretins were extremely CP to the other side. These are just some, I was just doing some warm-ups, just coming in the studio for 5 minutes, just taking a breather, doing a good old play in a sketchbook. This sketchbook has replaced my recently finished A5, which is like my baby Bible. I really am finding life hard without it. Because I've got it and I've spent money on it, I'm trying to use this. It's not working out. One of the things that I did was I painted the page, this page in a Mod Podge, went over it thinking nothing will seep to the other side. But as a tester, I tried the most seepy thing ever, which is this seepy bad boy. And yeah, I was completely wrong. Look at this. Look at that. You cannot deny that those art graph blocks, delicious to work with. I'm sorry. I might get a Stillman and Burn sketchbook. I feel like I'm cheating on Moleskine. Cheating. Like a sketchbook hussy. I'm going to, because they've got like mixed media sketchbooks, and their watercolor ones I think are like £2.70, really chunky monkey paper, and I'm really excited about that. But I need to make sure that they're not white sheets. I do not want white paper. I want off-white or cream, ivory, magnolia, even though I hate magnolia. Worst color ever. But I'll still take that over white in a sketchbook. Still getting used to these. Package has arrived. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the first item is the premium sketchbook Delta series, mixed media, multi-techniques, Stillman and Burn. I did it. This is, what's this one? This is the Delta series. Now, oh my God, it's not. Thank the Lord. As you would have already heard me complain about the idea of having white sheets. Now, I couldn't see on the, I didn't really read it very well, but I couldn't see anywhere that stated whether the sheets were like off-white, you know, cream, ivory, not white. So I was a bit like, oh my God. Sniff test. Oh, that is just beautiful. Look how straight those sheets are. You can tell when it's a high GSM when it does that. No give whatsoever. Can you see that? I'm so excited. Okay, so it's 270 GSM. Love it. It's mixed media. Oh, love it. Acid free. It's an A4. I didn't realise I'd purchased it. I thought I had purchased an A5. Ah, cold press service, and it's ivory, but I didn't actually surface, but I didn't actually read that in the description. So I'm so happy. You have no idea how happy I am. Oh, I can see why people like it. So let's do the flat test, shall we? It is kind of like, the signatures are stitched in a way that they are flat at any point in the book, flattish, you know. So that's good. And it's got that slight texture. I don't know what you can see actually. I'll probably have to do a bit of a close-up, but I'll certainly be doing a lot of swatches in just a moment with other bits and bobs that we've got to test out. So you'll be able to see it then. But first impressions, yeah, very, very nice. I don't know why I sniff everything. Is it me? I love sniffing new books and leaflets and things. I don't know whether it's weird, but that is so nice. So we're going to be using that in just a moment. Right, the other thing I got, I'm quite excited about this. I only got 2 colours. Ooh, looking good. So yeah, violet. Let's have a look. See, sniffing. See, it does come off quite nice. Nice. It doesn't look violet. It looks black. Maybe I've got a black instead. What does it say here? Violet de Mars. Mars violet. So it might actually be a black. And the white, make sure my hands are clean. Contamination and all that jazz. Should have really opened the white first, shouldn't I? Ooh. Ooh. Nice. They are quite chunky. Look at the size of that. That is going to make some fabulous marks. Ooh. The other thing I purchased was some other pencils. Now the reason for this, I know it seems really boring, pencils. Oh, right, but the reason I did this is because my husband needed some pencils for his job, his work. So I got him some out of mine, and I've had them for years, I'm telling you, years, and most of the leads had actually just like broken in them. So those I scopped. Others, I tested them and they were just like pitiful, you know, like just pitiful. So I thought, do they go above 9B? I got the Faber-Castell 10B, 12B and a 14B. That these bad boys, very excited. What I'm going to do just now is talk about this little bad boy. You will have seen me use this in The Struggle Is Real. This was gifted to me for my birthday, early birthday present, and I want to give you a bit of feedback on it. Now, it's great, it's compact, it's light, and it does everything it says on the tin, you know. So just a quick reminder, it kind of, top comes off, acts like a little water pot, put your water in, and then you open it out and it has like two, oh, sorry, I've been using it quite a bit, so, oh, paint's stuck on it. Oh, okay. So there's that. So you just get your kind of basic ranges, but there's nothing stopping you taking and replacing some of these out with maybe different brands. The half pans across all brands are pretty much the same unless stated otherwise, but more often than not they are in these little ones. There's no reason why you can't buy a load of these online. This is just like an empty one that I had. It was a white that I used it all, but I kept it because they're really useful. There's nothing stopping you maybe buying a few tubes of watercolour and filling your own half pans, or mixing your own watercolours from the tubes and then filling the half pan with that, creating, almost like curating your own little set. But I do have the bigger pack. So there's nothing stopping me potentially going, right, I really like this one, I really like this one, I really like this one, and filling my pan, my small travel kit with that one, with them. Doesn't stop me doing that. The other kind of feature that it has is this that pops out, this bottle. So it has this little bottle you fill up. Now, this leaks quite a lot. So that has not worked out for the best. So I would be inclined to potentially, when I go away on my trip to New York, this is what I was going to be taking with me. I would potentially not bother taking this at all and just having it like that. You know, I'm always going to have like a water bottle on me anyway, so I'll just fill this up with that rather than having that. The other feature and benefit of this is that it does also act as a palette that you can remove, so there's that. And the other thing is I wouldn't be able to put the brush back because the actual bit that holds the brush is there. The brush is, where is that? It's like one of these travel brushes that you put together. Really quite good. So it's nice, it's sweet, it's really, it's, you know, it's okay. It's not something I'm used to. I'm used to kind of like big, chunky. I have put another brush in with that set. This is great, it's lightweight, it's really small. You can kind of open it out and hold it. So like if you are holding it with your sketchbook, big sketchbook and stuff, and you're having to stand, there's nowhere to sit or something, it is great for that. These do stick to this, so that's one thing to bear in mind. It also comes with like a little spongy thing, which is great to wipe your brushes off. It's literally, I mean, how cute is it? It's really great for me. The Mod Podge. I have done some few studies, thanks to Daisy. She might have saved this little bad boy. It's not turned out how I'd expected, and I think I'm going to need to modify it slightly. In that I would need to add a lot more glitter. And then once I've done that, it's done. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really want to mix every time. So this is what I usually do. So like these, I pre-mix. Yeah, so they're different types, they're different kind of grains of glitter. So this is like a mixture of the 3 glitters, and this is just the extra fine glitter. I love glitter. Do you know what? I don't know what it is. I don't know why I love glitter the way I do. It seems so silly, doesn't it? But it's just, it makes me happy and smile every time I use it. When I'm using it, it makes me smile. When I'm mixing it, it makes me smile. When I see a finished piece with it, I'm still smiling. That's what we've got. I'm going to swatch them now. So see you in a sec. I'm going to swatch my new colours, and these are these 3. All right, so now I think I've got quite a nice range of colours. I did pop my charcoals and other pastel type stuff in here, all the blacks, and what I'll do is use these 2 for the charcoal extra large. But for now, I'm going to pop in here. These are the Rembrandt. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of these boxes now. Rose violets first. Go from dark to light. Oh, see, that's nice, isn't it? I don't usually go for pinks. Like I said, this is very much my colourway. However, I'm really into quite bold colours at the moment. Oh, so that's nice as well. Who would have thought I'd say that? They're going on really easy, really soft. I mean, I understand that there are better brands out there. But if you're anything like me and it's something new, oh yeah, that's nice. And they do mix actually as well, just FYI. And obviously the old, oh yes, Candy Floss Heaven. Oh, that is delish. Oh, I love anything that's water soluble. It just does. Okay, guys. I mean, I've mixed it all up now, but it doesn't matter, does it? Oh, it's just beautiful. Love that. Right, what am I doing? Cool reds. Okay, dark to light. I'm trying to speed through these because I want to play with them a bit more. I don't... Thing is about reds is it needs to be like really good reds. Do you know what I mean? Now, I know that these pinks are quite similar, but oh, that's a really good kind of like fleshy tone. Oh, I'm getting dust everywhere. They are dusty, but I tell you what, who cares? It just adds to the flavour of things. When I say like, if you've got the dust, you know, there's no reason why, if you're using a lot of stuff from pastels, you can tip it into a half-pan tray and then reconstitute them with water. Right, so let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, God. That is just... It's slightly the same, but I don't think it matters, does it, guys? I have a spare then. Oh, just delicious right now. This looks like a really nice colour. This is the darker of the cool yellows. It's more of a green, but I really like that. And I want to test this out with something else, actually. Another idea. Oh, that one's a yellow, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a nice, like, lemony kind of yellow. And these are more kind of your, I would call mixers. Nice. Nice. And that's just basically a white, isn't it, really? But even if I was to sort of maybe try and mix that in. Yeah. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, look at that. Oh. I know I'm just making sounds at this point, so this might not be good content, but you guys get it. Those of you, let me see if this actually, does it? Does it? No, it doesn't. It's not water soluble at all. Oh, that's a bit of an anticlimax. Let's see if this is. Is it? No. I'm trying to get a black because I want to see if it makes it dirty. Is that? Yeah. No. These are though. These are my limited edition. They were a present from a friend, and what I usually do is just scop out the little, what's it called, foamy thing in there. They are quite expensive. I can't remember where she got them from, so they're a bit more whatever. Right, let's try this. Usually I just stick my brush in this tray and go. Right, let's see. Oh, let's try and get some of that in there, shall we? Yeah, so it neutralizes it a bit more, makes it a bit more dirty. Does this reconstitute? It does, yeah. So I'll whack a bit of that in, look. Oh, yes. So you can really, really play with it. I've made a mess, I know that. I don't care, it's beautiful. Embrace the mess, guys, embrace it. Keep it up, blop, 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 blop. Otherwise it will take a year to dry because I'm just so brutal with the water. Look at that. Delish. Really, really nice. I have to say, these Rembrandts, I appreciate that there are, I say better, but more expensive. But as you can see, a pack of these, it may sound quite expensive, but are about £6 for that. Now I know they're small and everything else. However, if you only use certain colours, you're only committed to getting certain values in that colour, which is great. You know, so you always get a light and a dark, you can mix them, they're water soluble. So say you only work in sort of more kind of earth tones, then you would only purchase the earth tones, and likewise more bolder colours. You know, you can build your collection. You don't necessarily need to stick with this brand. You could build it with some of these, you know. So I don't know if it's water soluble actually, they didn't say. I'm just gonna find out. Fine Art Charcoal. I always purchase these things, I never really research them. Silly sausage. Okay, so this is the violet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, oh, it doesn't go in. Maybe if I cut it in half, which is controversial, but I'm gonna do it. Right, okay. Oh yeah. Oh, wow, that goes on, guys. Right, first impressions, love the way it feels. It's like butter, love that. However, it's quite messy. So that's just an FYI, all right? So now, see, this is black. I thought it was violet, like violet. Maybe I'm an idiot. You guys are like, you're an idiot. Probably, guys, probably. But it did look like a purple hue. It did, you can see that it's got like a purple hue on the box. Maybe it's just me. Maybe if I put it, no, it is full on black. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna contaminate. I'm gonna see if this actually, oh it does. Oh it does. It's water soluble, guys. We can all relax. So now, can I, look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh, look, it blops off and everything. Oh no, I'm so happy. Okay. So far, very messy. So far, so good, guys. So far, so good. Hang on. Whoa. So look how well that went on, and that is over a wet surface as well. Also, as an FYI, you can, you know, go over these again. And also, if you were to put that over, say, a wet surface, let me just do this. Say you were to go over a wet surface, really sharp. Yeah, and also it minimizes the mess if you want to mess around with that kind of wet dry situation. So always worth doing it. It does leave a really satisfying line. Very cool indeed. It's endless, and it really does give so much life. I like things I can kind of use wet and dry, especially in like one piece. They are extremely messy to handle, and that is because they are so soft as well. But even likewise with the soft pastels, they are also quite soft. So do these break? Oh, that broke a lot. Right, so, okay. All right, there we go. There's them. And, oh yeah, that was, honestly, did you hear that sound? Sniffing them again. Beautiful, really, really nice. Oh, that has left quite a lot of dust, like in big chunks as well. Oh no, oh no. I'll just, oh, because it's wet, it's stuck. Actually, that's quite a nice little texture there. Nice. I'm going to move on to these bad boys. FYI on the art graphs, they do transfer even after they've dried. So clean hands, not clean hands, okay? So, and I've just ripped the paper slightly, oops. So my advice would be to fix the piece before you overlay. Alternatively, slot a bit of paper in. I'm just going to slot a bit of paper in for now. I will fix it afterwards. The reason I'm doing this now is because the fixative is literally just so gasses me out of the room because it's a small room. This stuff is fish and chip newspaper. I know it's a bit untraditional, but it works great. It's thin, it's really cheap. It's just brilliant to keep, you know, to use as kind of papers to fill, not fill your sketchbooks, just to keep, you know, each piece sort of safe from the other. Yeah, wow. See, that really had gone through. It's starting to flatten out the paper though, like it's not as warped as it was. Okay, so let's go with the 10B. Oh yeah. It may just look like a normal pencil, right? But what I want it to be is, because it's graphite, it's soft. So you get those really beautiful layering effects. It would be far better on smooth paper, but beautiful, utterly beautiful. And it kind of really gushes out, like it just like butter going on there. Really nice. Oh, I love that. Really, really nice. Oh, I'm wobbling you, sorry. Wobble, wobble. Oh yeah, see, utterly fantastic. I don't like weak pencils. Oh yeah, see, it comes out almost black. That's what you want. You want those marks. You want them to put there. See, this is softer. So obviously the higher you, the softer the graphite, and a much more even coverage. They're not scratchy. You know, some pencils can be scratchy. And also, let me see, I don't think they are water soluble. No, they're not. I mean, if it had enough stuff on there. Oh, I don't know. That 10B is quite watery. I think it's more transfer, you know, when you leave the kind of powdered residue on the top, it's probably transfer. But either way, oh, I don't know actually. Oh, you know I love a water soluble. I don't know whether any of you will be interested. I'm going to do this because I think this will be quite nice. One thing I love using is water soluble graphite sticks. I wrap it up in here because, as you can see, my word. Now, on a wet surface, right, so this is it dry, okay? On a wet surface, delicious. Then you might even try, you can obviously, you know, paint into it, but the line will stay, yeah, but it will mix. See, look at that. Unbelievable. Fantastic, yeah? And some things I like to also do is swoosh it around in the water and then do a line. Look at that. Look how thick and fabulous and dark and rich that is. Honestly. If you don't have a water-soluble graphite stick, you need one, especially from art making. This one specifically is 9B. Do not get any lower. I believe it will not be as fabulous. it's richer, it's darker, you want it to be soft, you want it to be buttery. These are what they all look like at the store. Little piece of paper, 9B, water soluble, by Lyra, I think it is. Fantastic. Non-water soluble ones will look exactly the same, but they won't be water soluble. Okay, so I don't know how soft this is. I think it's probably quite soft actually, but these are like that. Okay, nice, fabulous, but they are not water soluble, so you can mix them. I think it's just that any colour would either be from the paintbrush or transfer. You can't go over them on a watered surface. However, if you can see there, so if I do several lines of wetness here, and I go all the way down with the non-water soluble, you'll see the difference, which I think in itself is quite interesting actually. You can see the difference there, look. And if you were to make like different marks and then go over, that's cool actually. New discovery right there, you witnessed it. In terms of the durability of this sketchbook, I am impressed because I press very hard. I'm terrible. I'm really bad, and I haven't got any transfer over to the second page. I do have a bit of pitting here, like a bit of denting there, but it hasn't transferred majorly on this second page. Me and this book, we're going to have a lot of fun together, and I'm going to label the front. Let that dry. Very beautiful. Me and this book is going to be such good friends.